Hi, and welcome back to our Okinawan Kempo YouTube channel featuring some techniques of Kyojutei-ryu. This video represents the end of our first series, which has been tracing the work of the headmaster entitled Mastering Kempo. And tonight we deal with the last two chapters in the text, the chapter on Kata and then the chapter on teaching. I remember being an 11-year-old martial artist in a pretty traditional but very sporty school, and every teacher I had said to me, Kata's the most important method of training. Kata is most important. And they all said that, but we absolutely didn't do it. We sparred and we did self-defense techniques and we did prearranged kumite, but Kata was not the center of training. In Kyojutei-ryu, we practice a lot of different kata, and they're all freestyle. So when we're talking about kata, I just imagine the fight occurring. A roundhouse punch comes, and I block the roundhouse punch. I punch him in the mid-body, catch him underneath the chin, and then stab into his throat as he falls away. I feel the hand touch my shoulder, so I roll and block the arm, kick the knee, punch the body, hit the head, chop the neck down. And you go in this way, similar to Rinzoku-ken in that we're going high-low, left, right, hand, foot, and working symmetry, but you build the fight as the fight occurs. This creates incredible flexibility. It creates incredible spontaneity, and based on the experience of generations of Kyojutei-ryu practitioners, very quickly does that method of training allow you to gain realistic self-defense skill. There's no inhibition, there's no safeties, you're aiming at the vital areas as you see them, you're attacking them with full vigor, you're really only limited by the depth of your visualization. And of course, we train that over time and it gets better and it gets better. The other element of kata is it allows us to do some very high level analysis. There's so much freedom of movement, you find things. So when we look at a technique and go through the process of bunkai or analysis, take something like the basic reverse punch. Give me a lunge. Okay, that is Yakuzuki Hente. That's the reverse punch the normal way. And that's useful. I can take that reverse punch and yakute it. Roll it back the other way. Let's say that he's grabbed my wrist with his right hand. That's exactly the same move. Just rolled backwards. Next, you can consider your techniques in terms of hente, where you make a slight change to the movement. He throws that lunge punch, and I dodge and I block, but this time I shoot up to his head, and that slight change alters the technique. There's Kakushite, which is movements hidden within movements. If I stop that reverse punch here, as my hands are traveling, my hands are like this. He could come and be choking me. And I could take that movement and throw two strikes at bilateral pressure points. And that's hidden in the reverse punch. Finally, there's the idea of tsutemite, where you take a weak position to gain advantage. So maybe he's choking me, and I do my reverse punch, sinking to the ground and blasting him in the bladder. Thank you. Kata is the deepest, widest thing we do. And at first, it's very, very simple. You may block the punch and do a heel hand. You may block a kick and do a kick and a back fist. You may not see the next guy coming yet, and then imagine him behind you and do a block and a hit and a kick. But over time, that kind of spontaneous training really draws big dividends. You see things in the kata that you take to the other methods, to your Rinzoku-ken, to your imbu, and the different methods of training just mesh together to fill in each other's gaps and really make a beautiful way to practice. That brings me to the last thing. The final chapter in Mastering Kempo is about teaching, and I'm not going to say a lot about it except to say this. When you refer to the people in the dojo, you call them Kempo Gumi, and that gets translated as martial arts class. A better translation is martial arts family. This should be a place where everyone is welcome, where anyone should feel comfortable coming to learn self-defense, where everybody grows together, not holding back information for advantage at sport, but working so that everyone in the Kempo Gumi is helping each other get better. And I hope that you have a dojo where you can experience it. Please like and subscribe. Check out the website and go to contact us. I'd love to, we have some questions that have lined up in the course of this first series that we'll be answering in the next few videos, and we'd love to have more. Just reach out to us there. Thanks.